Here is a 2023 Audi SQ8 in Daytona Gray Pearl over black leather. This is mechanically the same engine as a Lamborghini Urus detuned by 2 because they do offer an RSQ8, but this is kind of the sweet spot because you can get it under 6 figures. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides, and is this better than the competition like the refresh BMW or the Mercedes AMG GLE 53 Coupe? That's going to start off with HD matrix design LED headlights and daytime runnings. This is going to be a different setup than the SQ7, but you're still working with the single frame Audi grille. Because we have the black optic package, we get the gloss black elements. The Audi rings are not blacked out because we don't have the badging. That's an extra feature. It's around $600. The lower gets the gloss black elements because of the black optic package, and it's active air suspension, so it can adjust depending on how sport you want the trim to be, or you can adjust it to nearly 9 inches, so it'll be more of a luxurious ride, and it is the best in class for clearance. It's going to be one of the more expensive variants. Underneath this hood is a 4.0 liter TFSI twin turbo V8, producing 500 horsepower and 568 pound-feet of torque paired to an 8-speed Tiptronic automatic transmission, achieving 14 mpgs for the city and 20 mpgs for the highway, but that's not why you buy it. The 0 to 60 is 4.3 seconds. Now, it's not the fastest variant in class. The new BMW is about 0.2 of a second faster, and it has more horsepower, but this has more torque. This will be faster than the Mercedes AMG, and because of the black optic package, 22-inch wheels gets upgraded. 5V spoke bicolored alloy wheels. We have the sport package, which gives us the red brake calipers, active roll stabilization, and sport quattro rear differential. Because it's air suspension on all 4 corners, even with upgraded wheels, it's still going to be a pleasant drive. And when you have that much horsepower, you have to have an acoustic front windscreen. All the windows are dual pane. Because of the black optic package, you get the gloss black elements for the side windows. And I like how they do a 2-tone here on the side view mirror, and they put it on the lower skirt. The roof rails will get the matte black, and gloss black comes underneath the lower roof spoiler, and the lighting is the best in the business. These LED matrix design taillights set itself from all of the vehicles. It even looks better than the Porsche. The lower gets the quad exhaust tips. They're chromed out. You get the gloss black elements over it. The grille pattern, front and rear parking sensors, top view camera, which is a 360-degree reverse camera. The RSQ8 will have 91 horsepower more, and it's just a few tenths of a second slower than a Lamborghini Urus, all of which tow 7,700 pounds, which is the best in class. Power liftgate going into 30.5 cubic feet of storage. I like how the privacy cover comes downwards because it keeps the fastback design or the coupe style. 12 volts, storage nook underneath the floor. Gets a spare tire, and you kind of have a little bit of storage there. Wouldn't really put anything myself, but you get another nook, some bag holders, and you can electronically lower or raise the suspension in the back to make it easier for getting into the cargo. So that would be all the way down. Split fold the rear bench at a 40-20-40 split, and that will increase cargo to 60.7 cubic feet. You have the cargo. This is a twin turbo V8. Let's go inside, start it up so you can hear that exhaust note. Soft closed doors, because this is the Prestige package. Going into power seat adjustment, heated, massage, ventilated. We have the extended leather, which adds leather to the center here and on the dashboard, also giving a upgraded headliner. Headroom, not going to be an issue, nor is leg space. It's a deep footwell, it's wide, stainless steel pedals, Quattro badging starts on the dash with the carbon fiber, satin aluminum, seamless air vents, and a more flat dash that runs into the door panels. The driver's side gets a little cubby, heads-up display, auto-dimming rear view mirror, and the touch-sensitive MMI infotainment screen with wireless Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. Switch it to reverse, and we have the top view camera, 3D, that you can slide all around the vehicle and see any imperfections. You can also change by doing this instead of simply using your finger. Go back into the, and now we have a ton of different views just to simplify reversing. Going into the smaller screen that is derived for the dual climate control and the rear climate control. Driving mode select, more seat settings, and when we go into these driver mode select, you can click on it here and individually tailor it the way you like by clicking that little button there to make it as sport derived as you would like. Leather around the shifter, the key fob, carbon fiber ambient lighting is going to surround all the satin aluminum and the gloss black. Soft to touch because we got the upgraded leather. Opens up into a Audi phone box which will extend signal and wirelessly charge your phone. 2 USBs and a little storage pocket there. And this is adjustable, so that way you can use this little tray here. Leather wrap steering wheel, 3-spoke perforated on the side. S badging, multi-function, the paddle shifts, the stocks, and Audi's digital cockpit that can go through an array of information, including the navigation, and you can change different layouts. It's more or less fully configurable. A large panel moonroof that goes to the back seats, and that door panel starts off with more sporty design. It's going to be soft to touch everywhere. Upgrades are going to be inserted here. One touch up and down for all the windows in which they are dual pane. Contrast stitching, a deep storage pocket, and banging awesome sound system. For the back seats, headroom and leg room. Storage behind both of the front seats. Dual climate control, heated rear seats with the air vents, 2 USBs and a 12-volt. The center has an armrest with cup holders and power sunshades that start off with air vents on the side, and gonna get the carbon fiber, soft materials everywhere. Open up to a little ashtray, one touch up and down for the back windows. Contrast stitching and about the same size storage pocket that's found in the front. Sliding into the center, the floor is not completely flat, but you can put your feet up here like this, so you can have a lot more space. Even though this is a wide vehicle, you will be sharing a little bit of butt and shoulder space because the seats contour a little bit. Headroom is going to be a little bit more tight because the pano doesn't actually come back to this area. You're going to be onto the LED interior lights. 500 horsepower twin turbo V8 with 568 pound-feet of torque. And the nice thing about these turbos is one kicks in quicker than the other, so it's more of a seamless ride. You also have the 48-volt mild hybrid technology, which kind of gives a supercharged electric boost to it to make it go more seamless, so you don't feel any turbo lag. We have it into dynamic or sport mode. It's going to lower the ride. It's going to be more sporty, a little bit more aggressive. 22-inch wheels, I don't really feel any imperfections so far, and this is the lowest riding height. It's going to take me to some pros and cons. We'll start with a couple of those, and it's going to be on the pros. 500 horsepower is definitely a delight. This is mechanically more or less the same engine as a Lamborghini Urus detuned by 2. When you're considering that vehicle is over $300,000 or near $300,000, you can get his or her and your son or daughter one of these. Before we get back to the pros and cons, we're gonna see that 0 to 60, which Audi quotes 4.3 seconds. As soon as the light turns green, here we go. I'm not timing it. It's gonna get me a speeding ticket, and you get a nice exhaust spit that filters in. plus the cracks coming out from the quad exhaust tips. I'm liking what I'm hearing so far. We're gonna check the turn radius. Because we have the sport package, it will make it a little bit more athletic in the sense of doing dynamics or cornering. But turn radius is still gonna be about 2 to 3 lanes. It has such a loud note. On a con, it doesn't filter in unless you're hitting over 2.5 to near 3 RPMs because the sound deadening is so good. But on a Pro, this is an everyday driver. It has the best massage seats in the business. Everything is laid out very easy to use and operate. There is a lot going on, and which will take me to a con. The extra 6 seat adjustments, you have to do it through the MMI touchscreen interface, in which you have to look off the road to do so. Maybe you'll get used to this. It's just one of those things. The braking, it's good. We don't have any upgrades on the brakes. This is just standard, and I don't think I would go too crazy on an SQ8. If I was doing an RSQ8, maybe, because then I'm thinking I might take it on the track, because you're at 50 grand more, give or take, depending on features and specs. Here we go. You stay planted in the seat. The steering is light, so you can maneuver in and out of any type of lane without having problems. If you're late going to work or taking the kids to school, just give it a little go. Going back to some pros, the back seat has a lot of room and power sunshades, which is not in the BMW M60i. A con is they still make you go to the back door to lower the seats in order to get the full cargo capacity, which pretty much is in every vehicle nowadays that is a 2-row SUV. When you go into the SQ7, that's not going to be the case. That's another pro about Audi, is you can have a 3rd-row variant. It's a traditional SUV, or you can have the coupe design and it's a 2-row SUV. So they keep a similar touch as BMW X5 and X6. Against Mercedes, the seat cushion is going to be a little bit more soft there, but the ventilated and heated seats you're going to feel more here. And when you add the luxury package, which will increase the leather throughout, it's actually going to be just as soft, and you get the upgrade for the headliner. Another con is the pano. It doesn't go exactly all the way back to the 2nd row, and it's not that wide either. It starts here, so it starts on half of my face, in which it's also pushed back. So if you're short, you're not going to really be able to utilize it as much. The windscreen is large enough and you can also option a 23-inch wheel, which I feel that the 22 is enough, because when you get the black optic package, which I would recommend, it makes the vehicle look a lot more aggressive, especially when you get these gray colors in the Audi line. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out the next video, merchandise, website, and Instagram. Leave a comment and a like. And I'd like to thank Audi of Tampa for giving us this 2023 Audi SQ8 for our car review.